Hey everyone, my name is Benita G, and welcome to Vlogmas 2024. I'm so excited that you're here with me, and we're going to get started. So let me tell you what Vlogmas is. It started when I learned about it being a planner babe or a planner girl. I love a traditional paper pen planner, all of them. So I have to just pick one or two per year. I have a budget planner, then I have a regular planner, then I also use my um, online Google Calendar. And so what we do is, if you're in the YouTube space, if you're in the creative space doing Vlogmas, you post every day. I will not be posting every day, but I will be posting Monday through Friday from now until the end of December. Well, actually, to Christmas. I'm not gonna go all the way to the end of December. And each day or each vlog is about something essential and important to us here in the education community, for our ecosystem, for us. And when I say us, I mean parents, I mean students, I mean those of us in the educational institution, all of the above. So I'm going to get started. As you know, I normally do tips and tools. I love them. They're quick, they're fast, they're easy. I can apply, I can ignore, I can share, I can keep it moving. So here we go. Here are 3 quick tips for creating an efficient learning space at home or in the classroom. So we're going to start with when you're creating a space at home and at school. The first thing you want to know is, who's your audience? I know you're like, Benita, girl, what are you talking about? Well, when I say who's your audience, that means as a parent or a guardian or the adults, what type of child do you have? My parents, I'm always going to refer back to them because they're the best parents I know. It was 3 of us, and we're 5 years apart, and we are completely different and the same, all mixed up. My older sister, she likes peace and quiet when she studies, a lamp on, maybe a fan, quiet. Me and she studied in the room, in her bedroom, closed the door, at her desk. Me, probably the ADHD element or P child. So I probably am ADD and ADHD. I worked at the kitchen table where the TV was on, somebody was cooking, somebody was walking around. I was okay. I had to make myself focus. Even in college, I had the TV on, I had the radio on to study because I was like, girl, focus, let's go. Even now, I'll have YouTube on in the background studying and doing my work, or the TV on. And so that child, me, that study area needed to be like that. My brother's study area needed to be a mixture probably of both, depending on what it was. He was reviewing or studying or what he was working on. And so the same way in your home, which child is this? What type of child is this? How do they learn? How do they study? What environment do they need? So the first tip is, even in school or at home, to create an environment conducive for learning and understanding or studying. What we want to do is, who is our audience? Okay. Number 2 is, we want to know, the second tip or tool we want to know is to create an effective and efficient learning space at home in the classroom. It's all about feel. And so I am one of those teachers. I have tapes, I have video, I have pictures. I hated the lights in the room. Even now, like, I cannot tell you how many times an administrator would come in my class and go, well, the light's not on. And click the lights on. My kids would go, ah. I love natural light. Natural light. The windows are open, the curtains are, when I get up in the morning, the windows are open, the curtains are open. In the classroom, I will buy lamps. And so when you're thinking about my audience, and I normally specialize in middle school, we have bean bags, we had lamps, we had a lounge feel, we had music playing. Sometimes it was their music, most of the time it wasn't. It was lo-fi on, it was nothing on, it was understanding the silence is okay. And so when you're trying to create a conducive environment, it smelled good. It was clean. Shout out to our facility managers and our custodians, but I've been in schools where sometimes they didn't have enough help, or something had happened and they didn't get to my classroom, or things happen. My students, we always make sure we cleaned up. We always Clorox. So we always, if you're going to eat in class, it's your responsibility. If you spill something, it's your responsibility. Those are things we did. And as a teacher, I had a duster. I did have the what's the new ones? What do they be called? Swiffer. I had to look over there. I did have Swiffers in my classroom. What do we need to do to maintain cleanliness in here? Then our facilities managers and our custodians will come in and do like another, all over clean. And so all of that at your house, using essential oils. Come on now. Shout out to my girl and my sister friend Kiara. Essential oils. Shout out to my nieces who love the essential oils and put them on every time at the house. These are things that open up and allow things, and it's not too strong. So students have asthma or breathing problems. I'm not burning a candle. Just put some essential oils in. Just how do you fragrance a room? I learned from another teacher that, we can't always do plug-ins, but those little satchels from Kirkland's or the ones that you can put in the, kind of put in your drawer to make your drawer smell good. I would have those little packs around the room in the bookcase beside the books, in the corner, in this part of the classroom. Those little things make the atmosphere. So first you want to figure out your audience, and then you want to make your atmosphere, the atmosphere conducive to effective and efficient learning. And the last tip and tool for creating an efficient learning space at home or in the classroom is this. It can change. It's okay to let it change. And it's okay to ask the students, what do you want? What do you need? How can we make this better? And ask your children at home. Now, funds are tight everywhere. Said the public school teacher for many, many years, but I figured it out. Okay, we use Facebook Marketplace. If you're an educator, we use, all of a sudden, I can't remember, Donors Choose, excuse me. And we also use Amazon shopping list. And I would just say, hey, we need beanbags. Sometimes I would dig in my pocket and go get it. Love a great carpet to the kids that, yes, I was in violation. But if you're at home, the kids can take their shoes off, and it's something about that carpet, that tactile, and they can just do that. The certain types of sofas you have in the classroom where they can rub, all those sensory things help them study. So I'm going to recap. Thank you for coming to my Vlogmas. It's day one. I feel like I'm going over time, so let me recap. Welcome to Vlogmas. My name is Benita G. I'm the Education Concierge. I'll be coming on every night to give you tips and tools about different things about the classroom, about just education. We're going to talk about all of the things tonight. We started off with 3 quick tips for creating an efficient learning space at home or in the classroom. One is to know your audience. Who are your student? Who is that child? Which child is this? Is this a middle child like me? Because we're something. Is it your daughter, your son? How is your house set up? Making sure we understand. We had a rancher, a 3-bedroom rancher, a living room, kitchen, dining room, and a den. And so we did have some space for the 3 of us to each get a corner, get a room, and do what we needed to do. I preferred to be in the midst of the madness because that's just how I was. So 1, know your audience, know your child, was conducive to their learning and studying. 2, set the scene, create the culture, the environment for learning, whether that is with lighting, essential oils, smell goods, cleanliness, the type of seating, the setting. Do they need quiet TV? Do they need silence? Do they need waterfall? Like, what is it that they need? Do they need tactile things to hold and to rub to get their mind going? All of these things. And then the last thing we talked about is ask questions. Don't assume that you know. And then ask for help. Like, we're always digging into our pocketbooks, always digging in our purse. Parents, guardians, they're adults. The holidays are coming. Let's give gifts that are meaningful, that are intentional. Making sure we heard the child. Yes, games are great, I'm all for a game. I think gaming is great. Gaming helps a lot of ways if we use it correctly and it's monitored. Technology is amazing if we use it in the correct way and it's monitored, but we also want to remember that we want to give gifts that last a long time. A desk, a beanbag, some great headphones. Those are things that we can interchange and use for personal, for education, for leisure. Even in my class, there are times I'm like, hey, put your headphones in. You're reading a lot today. You have a lot to get through. You have a lot of independent work. Let's go. And that would God would give my students who need quiet, the quiet. And then it would give my students who need some noise or some stimulation, extra stimulation, it would give them that. Look, I'm so excited about this Vlogmas. Thank you for joining in with me. With me, as always, share, support, like, comment, all of the things. Slide into my DM professionally. Let's talk about it. I'm the Education Concierge, and that's what we do. We help educators, parents, and educational institutions become better and thrive. I'll see y'all tomorrow.